Why must you challenge me?
It's fate. I was born a ninja warrior, and I have to prove myself to all ninjas that I'm the best around.
Then you've got to defeat me first.
Sure.
What up, peeps? I was chatting with my buddy Philly K, and he was yakking about martial arts, and I don't have anything else better to do, so I thought I would do a video showing all my martial arts. So two-disc special edition, Bruce Lee's Enter the Dragon. Bruce Lee's Chinese Connection. Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury. Game of Death. Return of the Dragon. Bruce Lee versus Chuck Norris. Two Bruce Docs. Path of the Dragon. Intercepting Fist. From Here to Here is my Bruceploitation, starring Bruce Lee. Fist of Fury 2. Bruce Lee the Invincible. Return of the Tiger. Exit the Dragon, Enter the Tiger. Badass movie starring Jason Scott Lee. Dragon, the Bruce Lee story. Awesome movie. Bruce Lee and the image of Bruce Lee. These are his son's movies, Brandon Lee. Dolph Lundgren and Brandon Lee in Showdown in Little Tokyo. This isn't martial arts, but it's Brandon Lee, so I keep it with his other movies. The Crow. Okay, I can't seem to get this out. Fuck. Just take the Crow out. Okay, Brandon Lee's only Korean, Japanese movie, whatever, Legacy of Rage. This is a badass movie. That's a scene of him fighting Bolo Young. For those who don't know who Bolo Young is, he's the bad guy in Bloodsport. Brandon Lee's movie Laser Mission. Brandon Lee's movie Rapid Fire. These three movies, if you didn't know Bruce Lee has a daughter, these three movies are his daughter Shannon Lee's movies. Lessons for an Assassin. Not that great, but I have to own it. It's Bruce Lee's daughter. This is her best movie. It's badass. Enter the Eagles. Play off from her dad's movie. Play off from the title of her dad's movie, Enter the Dragon. This is Enter the Eagles. And she fights and acts just like her dad in this. And this is a badass movie. This movie's okay. Not horrible. High Voltage. Antonio Sabato Jr. and Shannon Lee. Has the bad guy from Karate Kid in it. The blonde dude, Johnny. Jet Li's Once Upon a Time in China trilogy. First three. And then years later he did these. Skip a few, I don't know. I think it's the part 5 or something. He didn't do 4. Once Upon a Time in China and America. This is directed by Sammo Hung. Good flick. Then you got Jet Li and The Last Hero in China, which is also a sequel to the Once Upon a Time in China movies, and Jetson is doing drunken boxing, which is cool. This is a Korean import of Jet Li's Shaolin Temple trilogy. Can't read anything on it, but I know what it is. Shaolin Temple 1, 2, and 3. Jet Li's the Defender. Jet Li's Fist of Legend. Remake of Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury, or Chinese Connection, one of them. Jet Li's Meltdown. Sequel to Meltdown, but it's not Jet Li. Andrew Lin. And my favorite Chinese actress, Xu Kui. Jet Li's Contract Killer, aka Hitman. This is a badass movie right here. Jet Li's Fearless. It's like Donnie Yen's IP Man. Jet plays a master, like Yip Man. Jet Li's Hero. Donnie Yen has a part in this. It's an okay movie if you're into period pieces, period movies, which I don't like to watch them a whole lot, but Jet Li, Jason Statham, War, pretty good movie. Mummy, Tomb of a Dragon Emperor, has Jet Li as a bad guy. I have it in my Jet Li's. I have the other mummies over in the horror section. Then I got all 3 Scorpion Kings in my rock section. Jet Li's Unleashed, aka Danny the Dog. It's a badass movie. I Want the Piano. If you've seen the movie, you know what that's from. If you haven't, watch the movie. Because he wants the piano. Cradle to the Grave. Romeo Must Die. I love that movie. Jet Li's Black Mask. Then you got the sequel, Black Mask 2, not starring Jet Li. Starring Andy On, I believe. And this movie's loopy as hell. Like a comic book movie. It has Rob Van Dam in it, Tyler Mane, some other people with like superhero powers. One of them turns into a lizard. And they have other superpowers. Jet Li's The One and Jet Li's Legend of the Red Dragon. The One is pretty good. Legend of the Red Dragon's awesome. Got him in there with all these like little small kids that look like 8-year-olds that can kick ass. Kiss of the Dragon used to be my favorite Jet Li movie, but then I started watching all of his movies and I love all of his movies, but This is a pretty badass movie. Eastern Condors, Sammo Hung, Yuen Wu Ping, Yuen Biao, some other people. I call this the Japanese Expendables. Prodigal Son, Sammo Hung, Yuen Biao. It's an okay movie. Rumble in Hong Kong, aka Police Woman, aka this is just for people like me. I don't recommend this. This is one of those movies where they put someone like Jackie Chan's name on it just to sell it, but he's not really in it. He's in it, but has a really small part, cameo or whatever you call it. He's a bad guy, has a big ugly mole on his face. Vampire Effect, starring the twins. They call them the twins, but they're not twins. They don't have the same names or nothing, but yeah. Charlene Choi and Jillian Chung, with a special appearance by Jackie Chan. He's in it in a few scenes as a ambulance driver. It's a pretty cool movie. Vampire Effect, aka Twins Effect. One of Jackie's earliest movies, Master with Cracked Fingers. He's young in this one. Snake and Crane, Arts of Shaolin. Pretty good. Magnificent Bodyguards. He's young in this one. Young Master, another good one of his. This has Yuen Biao in it. Jackie Chan and Yuen Biao fighting in it. This is one of my favorite Jackies. Snake in the Eagle Shadow. They made this just before Drunken Master. That's why I keep it next to Drunken Master and Legend of Drunken Master. They made this just before. It's very similar and has all the same cast. This was popular. People liked it. So they made another one with all the same actors but with a different story, which is Drunken Master. They both have that dude in there, Simon Yuen. And you got Drunken Master. This is a badass movie. Jackie Chan's Thunderbolt. He's a race car driver. Had some good fight scenes in that. Jackie Chan's Gorgeous, with my favorite Chinese actress Xu Kui. And he has a badass fight in this with one of his people from his fighting crew, Bradley Allen, I think is his name. Trying to see. Can't spot his name, but I'm pretty sure his name is Bradley Allen. They have a badass fight. Rumble in the Bronx, his first and biggest American movie. Well, later Rush Hour probably took over that title. One of his newer movies, Shaolin, he just has a smaller supporting role as a cook, but he's all through it, and he has a funny and good role. There's just one part where these bad guys come and he's protecting the kids, and he says, "No, I can't fight. I'm a cook." Kept acting like he couldn't fight, but then he does. New Fist of Fury, supposed to be a sequel to Bruce Lee's Fist of Fury. Early in Jackie's career, they tried to make him the next Bruce Lee, but he didn't want to be the next Bruce Lee. He wanted to be Jackie Chan. The movie's nothing like Fist of Fury. It's an okay movie. Jackie's Fearless Hyena. This has some good fights in it.
Why would you challenge me?
It's fate. I was born in Ninja Warrior.
Little Big Soldier.
And I have to prove
Jackie
myself
and
to all
another
ninjas
soldier from
that
different
I'm the best
camps
around.
end up with each other, and they fight like brothers all through it. Half a Loaf of Kung Fu. Really old Jackie Chan movie. Can't tell you much about it. Never made it all the way through it. Jackie's Who Am I? This has got some real good fight scenes in it, and it's funny. He jumps from a plane, gets amnesia, doesn't know who he is, and he's in this jungle with these Indians, or a black tribe. I guess, I don't know if they're called Indians. But he has amnesia, and he asks them, "Who am I?" And they think he's saying his name is "Who am I?" So they keep calling him "Who am I?" My Lucky Stars. I need a better copy. This is like a Chinese version, crappy cover, and it's a cool movie. Jackie fights ninjas in it. Operation Condor, Operation Condor 2, Dragon Lord, and Twin Dragons. Jackie Chan is the prisoner. He just has another one of them with him on the cover and his name, but he's not really the star. I think the star is Sammo Hung, but Jackie's all through it, but sparingly. Yeah, he's a prisoner. If I remember right, he accidentally kills somebody trying to help his brother or something, gets put in prison. Project A, it's an alright movie. I need the sequel. Blade of Kings, aka Twins Effect 2. Has the twins, J.C. Chan, Donnie Yen. J.C. Chan is Jackie's son, but he's not very impressive. Jackie and the Karate Kid remake. Awesome movie here. Jackie Chan, Jet Li's Forbidden Kingdom. Jackie Chan doing drunken boxing. It's kind of like a fantasy version of Karate Kid. To Kill with Intrigue. Really old. Not so great. Spy Next Door, kind of Jackie Chan's version of Vin Diesel's Pacifier. Jackie Chan Kung Fu Master. Another where he got his name and his face on the cover, but he just has like a small part at the very end. But I like it. It's this kid here idolizes Jackie and going all through the movie looking for Jackie to meet him. This movie's AKA is Searching for Jackie. Jackie Chan's Black Dragon, aka Miracles, aka Mr. Canton and Lady Rose. Jackie Chan and Spiritual Kung Fu. These little ghostly fairies come out of a book and teach Jackie martial arts. Dragon Fist. This one is Jackie Chan Presents. He just has a tiny cameo at the very end. But this is a badass martial art movie called Gen X Cops starring Nicholas C. I think that's him right there. He's in Jackie Chan's New Police Story and in Donnie Yen's Dragon Tiger Gate. He's a good martial artist. Then we have this bunch of really low budget movies with Jackie in little parts. The Young Tiger, Fire Dragon, Eagle, Shadow Fist, and Fantasy Mission Force. Jackie Tuxedo, The Medallion, Rush Hour, Rush Hour 2. Well, I got them backwards. That's Rush Hour 3 there, Rush Hour 2, Rush Hour 1. Shanghai Noon, Shanghai Nights. Wheels on Meals. Took me forever to get this one. I had to order it from the UK so it'd be cheaper. This is a badass movie. He has a fight with Benny the Jet Urquidez. Badass fights in it. Jackie's First Strike, aka Police Story 4. And Mr. Nice Guy. New Police Story, which has Nicholas C. in it. It's pretty badass. A Dragon Dynasties, Jackie's Crime Story, Police Story, Police Story 2, Super Cop, aka Police Story 3, Robin B. Hood, Visible Target, starring Nicholas C., J.C. Chan, Jackie Wu Jing, another dude from Dragon Tiger game. I can't think of his name right now. Jet Li's the Enforcer. This is another one of my favorites where he has a young son, like 9, 10, that's a badass martial artist.
It's fate. I was born in
Tai
Ninja
Chi
Warrior,
Master,
and I have to prove myself to all ninjas that I'm the best around.
aka Twin Dragons, I think. Jet Li's the Legend. I Need a Legend 2, Part 2. Dan Chupong and Born to Fight. Dan Chupong is from Tony Jaa's camp. Tony Jaa's the Protector. Donnie Yen's Killzone. Donnie Yen's Flashpoint. Jackie Wu Jing and Fatal Contact. Johnny Nguyen and The Rebel. Pretty good movie. Good fight scenes. Chow Yun Fat and Hard Boiled. City of Violence. Yim Biao and Cynthia Rothrock and Above the Law, aka Righting Wrongs. Sammo Hung, Yim Biao, Cynthia Rothrock, Richard Norton, Shanghai Express. Michelle Yeoh's superhero movie Silverhawk. Cynthia Rothrock movies. China O'Brien. I need to get part 2 of that. Sworn to Justice. Rage and Honor 2. I don't have the first one. This one was on Amazon cheap one day, so I got it. Undefeatable. This is a Chinese movie by Godfrey Ho. Pretty crazy movie. Got good martial arts in it. Honor and Glory. I like this one. It's also from Godfrey Ho. She has a character that plays her sister, so there's two sisters that fight with martial arts, kick ass. In the Line of Duty 2, aka Yes Madam, aka Police Assassins, Michelle Yeoh and Cynthia Rothrock. Getting tongue tied. This one is aka In the Line of Duty 1, Royal Warriors, Michelle Yeoh. Okay. Another Cynthia Rothrock, Outside the Law. Then you go into my Van Dams. Up here I have my Steelbook Blu-ray of Universal Soldier Day of Reckoning. Then you got Van Damme's first ever role. It's a teeny tiny cameo in this gay little movie called Monaco Forever. And he plays a dude called Gay Karate Man. It's a teeny tiny cameo. And yeah. It's a real DVD that only comes on this set, Kings of Kung Fu, with a movie, Van Damme movie, and a Bolo Young movie. And I printed art myself because it had gay art. And you got Van Damme's first ever American movie, No Retreat, No Surrender. He plays bad guy Ivan Krasinski, the mad Russian. Then you got his next one, Black Eagle, where he comes back as another Russian. Andrea something. He's not the star, but he's all through it, and he's a bad guy. But it's funny because every time him and the star Sho Kozuchi get into a fight, the main star seems to always run from him. Bloodsport and Time Cop. These aren't Van Damme, but I got them here because they're sequels to Van Damme's Kickboxer. Well, I'll show this one first. This has Kickboxer, Replicant, and Universal Soldier. And then I got Kickboxer 2, starring Sasha Mitchell. And Kickboxer 3 and 4. Probably a lot of people hate on these because they don't have Van Damme in them, but I like them, and I like Sasha Mitchell. He's a badass martial artist. And if you don't recognize him, know who he is. He's Cody from this old show. What the fuck was it called? Step by Step or something? It was Cousin Cody. Dude. Universal Soldier, The Return. Universal Soldier Regeneration. And these are made for TV sequels. They're not so great, but it was at the pawn shop, so I got it. Universal Soldier 2 and 3. Universal Soldier 3 Unfinished Business, and Universal Soldier 2 Brothers in Arms. As a martial artist, I like Jeff Wincott, so Legionnaire, JCVD, Second in Command, Van Damme's like me with horror sequels. I don't give a damn because I'm a big Van Damme fan, so I got all of his movies. Knock Off.
Why must you challenge me?
It's fate. I was
Double
born a
Team.
ninja warrior, and I have to prove myself to all ninjas that I'm the best around.
Street Fighter.
Then you've got to defeat me first.
Sure.
The Order. Maximum Risk. Until Death. Hard Corpse. Nowhere to Run in Desert Heat. Hard Target, Lionheart, Sudden Death, and The Quest. Cyborg, Death Warrant, and Double Impact. The Shepherd. Van Damme and Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins is another badass martial artist. If you don't know who he is, you need to. I have all his movies down here. I'll be showing a little bit. Steven Seagal. Fire Down Below, Out for Justice, On Deadly Ground. Above the Law and Hard to Kill. Marked for Death. Glimmer Man. Exit Wounds. Under Siege. Under Siege 2. Out of Reach. Red Dawn or Black Dawn and Out for a Kill. Half Past Dead. Pistol Whipped. Shadow Man. Okay, when I was showing the Van Dammes, I was moving this one around. I forgot to show it. 6 Bullets. Pretty good movie. Go back down to the Seagulls. And they're pretty tight, so I had to move one out. Into the Sun. Pretty good one. Submerged. Belly of the Beast, one of his better newer movies. You're welcome. Mercenary for Justice. Kill Switch. Do not watch this. His voice dubbed and stunt doubled off of it. A Dangerous Man, pretty good. Complete season 1 of Lawman. Got that in the trade at the flea market. Chuck Norris movies. One of my favorites is Top Dog, It's a family movie, cop movie. My favorite movie of his is Impossible to Get on DVD, Sidekicks, with Jonathan Brandis. It's friggin' expensive. Hero and the Terror and Invasion USA. Hero and the Terror is pretty cool. He's fighting a serial killer. It's kind of like Michael Myers without a mask. Silent Rage is the same deal. Fighting a serial killer that is like impossible to kill. Chuck Norris triple feature, Hellbound. Fight some kind of demonic dude. The Hitman and Forced Vengeance. Missing in Action 1, 2, and 3. Kind of like Chuck's Rambo movies. Delta Force 1, 2, 1 and 2, and Code of Silence. Chuck Norris triple feature, The President's Man, Line in the Sand, and Logan's War. Breaker. Trucker movie with martial arts. The Octagon. Chuck Norris is a ninja in this. Force of One. Lone Wolf McQuade. He fights David Carradine in that. Good Guys Wear Black. He drop kicks a dude right through a car windshield, which you can see right there. Family movie. Forest Warrior. He's a dude that lives in the forest, protects the forest. Bells of Innocence. This is some kind of Christian movie or something. It's not a bad movie though. One of Chuck's newest movies, The Cutter. Not too good. There's another Seagal hiding up here. Task Force is not very good. These three are Thomas Ian Griffin, the bad guy from Karate Kid 3. Hollow Point, pretty good movie. Excessive Force, another good one. This one right here, you'll recognize his face the most. The bad guy from Karate Kid 3. Ulterior Motives. Okay, the next four is another one of my favorite martial artists, Jeff Speakman. He's a badass. Land of the Free. It's alright. The Expert. Pretty good one. This one has Ernest. You know, from like Ernest Goes to Camp. Ernest Goes to Jail. Has a badass dude. No picture of him back here, but this is like his second best movie, Street Night. Damn good movie. His best one is Perfect Weapon, but I can't buy that at the moment because it just came out on DVD and it's high. Jeff Speakman and Running Red. Now, another one of my favorite 80s martial artists, Michael Dudikoff. He is the star of American Ninja. This set has American Ninja and then 2 Shokozuji movies, Revenge of the Ninja and Rage of Honor. But yeah, Michael Dudikoff, American Ninja. And then American Ninja 2 and 3. He shares this series with another one of my favorite martial artists, David Bradley.
Why must you challenge me?
Part 4 is Michael Dudikoff and David Bradley. Part 5 is just David Bradley.
Then you've got to defeat me first.
So you have Part 1 is Dudikoff, Part 2 is Dudikoff, Part 3 is Bradley, Part 4 is Dudikoff and Bradley, and Part 5 is just Bradley. So they kind of share that series. Okay, then I have Michael Dudikoff's Chain of Command. Bounty Hunters. Bounty Hunters 2. Virtual Assassin. This is Ninja 3, which is part of a trilogy with Rage of Honor and Revenge of the Ninja. It's the Ninja trilogy. And I got these 2 David Bradley movies, Cyborg Cop and American Samurai. There's VHS copies I have of Ninja 3 Domination and Revenge of the Ninja. Okay, down here is another one of my favorite martial artists. Gary Daniels. That's Fatal Blade. White Tiger. Blood Moon. Riot. Hawk's Vengeance. Recoil. Tekken. Deadly Target. Witness to a Kill. American Street Fighter. Full Impact, which is supposed to be a sequel to American Street Fighter. Capital Punishment. No Tomorrow, which has Daniels in it, but you just have to know that because he's nowhere on the cover and his name's not on it. Rage. Epicenter. Kiss of the Vampire. Has Martin Code from Karate Kid in it. Wesley Snipes' Game of Death has Gary Daniels in it as bad guy. Ides of March. This is a rare straight-to-TV Gary Daniels movie that's not on DVD. I got some dude from the UK to send this to me on DVD-R, and I made the cover. Cold Harvest is a badass movie, kind of like Van Damme's Cyborg, apocalyptic movie. I need a better version. My artwork, as you can see, looks pretty crappy. Okay, Undisputed, Snipes and Rames, and then 2 and 3 are nothing like this one. This is a boxing movie. 2 and 3 are one of my favorite martial artists, Scott Adkins, and it stars Michael Jai White, as you see right there. But it also stars Scott Adkins as Boyka, who also stars in part 3. These are badass movies. If you're a martial art fan, you should definitely check out Undisputed 2 and 3. Extreme Challenge. This has a small cameo by Scott Adkins using nunchucks. Pit Fighter, not that great. Also a small ass cameo for Scott Adkins, so I have it. Scott Adkins movie Ninja. Scott Adkins movie Special Forces. His role in this is kind of like Chuck Norris's role in Expendables 2, where he just randomly shows up here and there and helps the good guys. This is an all-out martial art movie called U.S. SEALs 2. And the next 4 movies is my
I was born a ninja warrior, and I have to prove myself to all ninjas that I'm the best around.
Olivier Gruner movies. Savate, kickboxing movie. The Circuit. Circuit 2. And Nemesis, movie like Van Damme's Cyborg. The next 5 are another one of my favorite martial artists, Philip Ree. This is called LA Street Fighter, one of his first movies, small role. I love this series, best of the best. That's Philip Ree. He is a badass martial artist. Also stars Eric Roberts. Best of the best 2. And then 3 and 4 just star Philip Ree. Best of the best 3, No Turning Back. He takes out a whole skinhead camp. Best of the best 4, Without Warning. Three Ninjas. Three Ninjas 2, Kick Back. Three Ninjas 3, Knuckle Up. Princess Blade. It's an okay movie. All I knew about it, the reason I grabbed it when I saw it somewhere, was it's choreographed and directed by Donnie Yen. And you got IP Man. IP Man 2. I love the IP Man movies. Dragon Tiger Gate, badass movie. In the Line of Duty 4. Legend of the Fist, The Return of Shinzen. Tony Jaw's Ong Bak Thai Warrior. Dan Chupong's Dynamite Warrior. G.J. Yannon from Tony Jaw's crew. Chocolate. Fucking love this movie. Our other kick-ass movie, Raging Phoenix. This is the original Born to Fight. Not starring Dan Chupong, starring Panariticry, which is Tony Jaw's mentor. It's really old. Okay, next is my Mark Dacascos. If you don't know who he is, he's fucking badass. And Philly 2K, if you haven't seen this, I recommend it. Drive, it's action-packed. Crying Freeman, pretty cool movie. He's a hitman, drops a tear when he kills people. This is Dacascos' other best movie, Only the Strong. So however you word it, surrounds the fighting style capoeira. Mark Dacascos' I Am Legend. It's like, I Am Omega. It's like I Am Legend. He's the last man on Earth, and it's the world's overrun by zombies. I first seen this on TV. Saw him fighting a zombie with a pair of nunchucks. Had to find out what it was so I could own it. Badass. Alien Agent. Okay, next is my Sasha Mitchell movie hiding down here, Gangland. I consider this a remake of Cyborg. Apocalyptic movie, and it has the same bad guy from Cyborg. Okay, I was on my Don the Dragon Wilson movies. Blood Fist 1 and 2. Blood Fist 5, Human Target. Ring of Fire 3, it's a badass trilogy. Well, the first two are badass, but they're higher, so I don't own them just yet. Ring of Fire 1 and 2 you need to check out. Don the Dragon Wilson movie, The Last Sentinel. A lot of movies copy the same style. That one's also like Cyborg. Cyber Tracker. Redemption. Jackie Wu Jing, the star of Fatal Contact. Legendary assassin. This movie's badass. He has this one fight scene where he fights like 100 guys at once. Channing Tatum and fighting, kind of like Van Damme's Lionheart. Never Back Down, love this movie. Never Surrender. Death Warrior. Circle of Pain. Rob Van Damme's movie, Wrong Side of Town. It's got Batista all over it, I don't know why. G.I. Joe. Ernie Reyes Jr.'s movie, Ultimate Fight. He acts like Bruce Lee in it. He's Keno from Turtles 2. The Last Dragon. Surf Ninjas. Ernie Reyes Jr. Oh, shit. Disney movie with martial arts, Wendy Wu.
Why must you challenge me?
It's fate. I was born a ninja warrior, and I have to prove myself to all ninjas.
Ninja Turtles
that I'm
3.
the best around.
Then you've got to defeat me first.
Ninja Turtles 2.
Sure.
Ninja Turtles 1. This is the last one. I have this little shelf over here because this shelf is full, so this is where I stick new ones that I buy. First of all, up here I have this little promotional Papa John's Jackie Chan's First Strike. Chow Yun Fat's a Corruptor. Chow Yun Fat Placement Killers. Chow Yun Fat's Bulletproof Monk. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Two martial art documentaries, Top Fighter. This is Top Fighter 2. Deadly Fighting Dolls. It concentrates on female fighters. Bolo Young movie, Breathing Fire, stars Jonathan K. Kwan, the Chinese boy from Goonies. Bloodsport 4, starring Daniel Bernhardt. Time Cop 2, starring Jason Scott Lee, the star of Dragon Bruce Lee story. Sword of Honor. Mission of Justice. This is a badass movie starring Jeff Wincott. This is aka Martial Law 3. Martial Law 1 and 2 star Cynthia Rothrock. He was in part 2, Martial Law 2. Red Belt, pretty good movie. Honor, it's a martial art movie, it has Roddy Piper in it. B-13, this is a action-packed French movie. Has parkour in it. Got some crazy good action in it. American Kickboxer 1. CJ7, this is just some Chinese family movie with Stephen Chow, who is the star of Kung Fu Hustle. Kung Fu Panda. Shit, I forgot the name of this. Chinese. Protege de la Rose Noire. I think it's called Black Rose Academy. Oh yeah, it has the twins, and I just remember why I bought it. It has a small, has a few scenes with Donnie Yen's sister Christian in it. Ninja Assassin. Bruceploitation, Fists of Bruce Lee. Zoe Bell and Angel of Death. Donnie Yen's Fist of the Red Dragon. Van Damme's Dragon Eyes. IP Man 3. Legend is Born is part 3, but it's a prequel. It's okay, but not nearly as good as the first two. tournament. Donnie Yen's Drunken Tai Chi. Battle Royale. This isn't really martial arts, but it's Japanese, so I'll put it over here. Battle Royale 2. Itchy the Killer and Itchy the Killer anime. Again, not martial arts, but it's Japanese extreme shit. King of Fighters. Not so great, but it was $2 at the Pawn Shop. Philly Kid. Good MMA movie. Van Damme's son, Christopher Van something, has a cameo at the beginning. Christopher Vanberg. And last three things on this shelf. Karate Kid Collection. Karate Kid 1, 2, 3, and 4. Seasons 1 and 7 of Walker, Texas Ranger. That's all my martial arts. Peace.